Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. With WrestleMania 41 officially over, WWE hit the reset button on this week's Raw. Several feuds have already started, including John Cena versus Randy Orton, Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria, and CM Punk and Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. WrestleMania 41 received mixed reactions, especially online, due to how some matches ended. The build towards some of them was also criticized. All three rivalries mentioned above will play out on Raw. So what about SmackDown? Here are 5 feuds that can start on the Blue Brand show after WrestleMania. WWE has teased tension between Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu over the past couple of months, but the creative team decided to give Fatu a push due to his popularity. With the Samoan Werewolf now holding the United States Championship, an official feud with Solo could start. Jealousy should be a motivator for Solo, who wants all the things that Jacob has. Maybe the former self-proclaimed tribal chief will introduce Jeff Cobb as his new muscle, opening up possibilities of 2 bloodline subgroups colliding for the next few months. The pairing of The Miz and Carmelo Hayes has received a mixed reaction, but it did lead to an Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal win for the former NXT champion. Hayes last eliminated Andre to earn the victory, which could rekindle their feud from last year. Hayes and Andre have great chemistry, and maybe WWE can give them a better story rather than a series of matches this time. Andre has not flourished since returning to the company, but a post-WrestleMania story can give him and Hayes a fresh start. 2 of the most notable omissions from the WrestleMania 41 match card were Chelsea Green and Nia Jax. Green is the reigning Women's United States champion, while Jax had the best year of her career in 2024. It was unfortunate that Triple H didn't have any plans for them at the biggest weekend of the year. Green is seemingly set to defend her title against Zelina Vega, soon after losing a non-title match last Friday. Once the champion retains her title, Nia may ambush Green and her secret Hervis. The hot mess is already receiving babyface reactions, so why not make it official by booking her in a feud with the Irresistible Force? The Wyatt Six members have been absent from WWE television for months due to an injury to Uncle Howdy. There are not many groups on SmackDown, except for the new Bloodline. There's some tension between Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu, so why not use a feud with the Wyatt Six as fuel to fire? Sikoa versus Fatu is a high-profile match, so it may be best to save it for SummerSlam. Between now and August, the 2 factions may unleash chaos on SmackDown, keeping everyone entertained. One of the biggest names not to feature on the WrestleMania 41 card was Alexa Bliss. The goddess has been absent since Elimination Chamber. Toronto. Bliss is expected to join forces with the Wyatt Six, though that's not finalized given the status of Uncle Howdy. WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton will likely celebrate her big win at WrestleMania over Charlotte Flair this Friday. However, during this segment, the lights may go out, only to return with Bliss having the WWE Women's Champion in her clutches. She could take out the Buff Barbie with Sister Abigail and set up a short feud for the title. One Paolo David has been covering all things WWE for Sportskeeda since 2020 and has 8 years of experience in content writing. He holds a degree in agriculture, but has been a fan of pro wrestling since a kid. This love for the entertainment sport led him to write about it. One writes well-researched articles, not only to ensure that he presents readers with correct facts and figures, but also because he wants to learn as much as possible about the topics he writes about. Edge is Juan's all-time favorite wrestler. He grew up watching Edge and Christian, and was a huge fan of their tag team. So much so, that if he could go back in time, he would manage the duo and let them know that he can play their entrance themes with a kazoo. Besides wrestling, one loves to watch NBA or a Dortmund game. He also enjoys watching TV and movies during his free time. He works as a writer in SK's basketball division. WrestleMania 41 has passed like a lightning storm, electrifying, chaotic, and unforgettable. Titles changed hands. Legends were etched into the annals of history, and the WWE Universe collectively held its breath with every near fall and every spine-rattling finisher. But as the curtain closes on the grandest stage of them all, a new chapter begins. SmackDown after WrestleMania. If WrestleMania is the end of a book, the following SmackDown is the start of a brand new saga. The slate has been wiped clean. Grudges have been settled. And now it's time to plant seeds for rivalries that will define the rest of the year. Here are 5 feuds that can and should ignite on SmackDown following WrestleMania 41. With Cody Rhodes finally finishing the story by capturing the undisputed WWE Universal Championship at WrestleMania, the time is ripe for a fresh, high-caliber challenger to step up. Enter AJ Styles. Styles, who returned from injury just before WrestleMania, has a legitimate claim to a top-tier opportunity. He's a legend in his own right, a master of in-ring psychology, and most importantly, he's never had a feud with Cody that's gone beyond a few brief encounters. This feud practically writes itself. The self-made American nightmare defending his title against the phenomenal one, who believes he's been overlooked for too long. Expect subtle tension to start on SmackDown. Perhaps a backstage confrontation, or Styles simply walking out and staring Cody down. No words needed, just a statement that sends the WWE Universe into a frenzy. Both of these men walked out of WrestleMania 41 with massive momentum. Logan Paul as the reigning United States champion, and LA Knight with a star-making victory over a major opponent, perhaps even a legend. With charisma dripping from both, a feud between them would be fireworks on a microphone. This isn't just about a title. It's about ego. LA Knight, the blue-collar talker who earned his fame grinding in the indies, versus Logan Paul, the influencer-turned-superstar who fast-tracked his way to championship gold. Fans would eat this up. Imagine LA Knight calling out Paul's lack of wrestling roots, and Paul firing back with social media jabs and mockery. It's a clash of cultures. Old school versus new school. Grit versus gloss. Start this one on SmackDown with LA Knight interrupting a smug Logan Paul celebration segment. All he needs is one line. Your 15 minutes are up. Yeah. Bianca Belair's dominance continues. But if WrestleMania taught us anything, it's that the women's division is ripe for fresh faces and fiery new feuds. Enter Tiffany Stratton, the NXT standout recently called up to the main roster. Tiffany has all the makings of a top-tier heel. Bratty confidence, athleticism, and a character that's tailor-made to clash with Bianca's intensity and authenticity. This isn't just a battle of athletes. It's a war of values. Tiffany sees herself as the moment, while Bianca knows she is the moment. The feud could kick off with Tiffany interrupting Bianca's celebration and throwing shade at her popularity and good girl image. A slap, a smirk, and it's on. Their matches would be electric, but it's their promos and chemistry that would keep fans glued week after week. WrestleMania may have marked a turning point in the ongoing Bloodline saga, and with Roman Reigns potentially stepping away as rumored, the focus could shift to Solo Sikoa stepping up to fill the void. But power attracts predators, and that's where Randy Orton comes in. Orton, back in full form after a lengthy absence, represents the old guard. He's not interested in the politics of family legacies. He sees Solo for what he is, a dangerous but green enforcer trying to climb the ladder too fast. A classic veteran versus upstart, feud with dark undertones and mind games galore. Solo may try to intimidate Orton, but Orton's response? Cold, clinical violence. This feud could lead to some of the most intense storytelling on SmackDown, complete with sneak attacks, backstage brawls, and chilling promos from both men. The tag team division is experiencing a renaissance, and no one is making more noise than Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. Their smug alliance has already irritated everyone backstage and in the audience. But post-WrestleMania, it's time they meet a team with both history and heart. DIY. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa reuniting officially on the main roster is a gift to longtime fans, and a nightmare for Waller and Theory. It's cocky Gen Z chaos versus battle-hardened brotherhood. And the matches? Instant classics. DIY doesn't need to win the feud right away. In fact, a couple of dirty wins by Waller and Theory would only build heat. But make no mistake, this feud would spark the kind of weekly drama and elite in-ring action that tag team wrestling needs.